Hi, this is Colorful Foresight, where we intuitively connect from within. And it's woo woo time, where we connect our woo woo into our mundane living. Today, I got my guest, Patti. So, today's topic we're going to do on good things happen when I listen to my intuition. So, before we do that, Patti, can you briefly introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Patti Oskvarek. I'm a leadership and work-life balance coach, Reiki practitioner, and I help managers and supervisors to become better leaders and have a more balanced life.
I was wondering if you could share with us about an experience on when you listened to your intuition with the intention that good things happen for your work life lifestyle. Anything come to mind?
Yeah, I'll give you a little background. When I was working in another position, I was getting ready to leave, and I had mixed emotions, but I knew that it was the right thing for me. And everything that was telling me I needed to leave. It was time. I wasn't happy there anymore. It wasn't lighting me up. And Sylvia, it was the best thing I ever did because I had grandchildren that were, coming.
You?
Yeah, I have 5. But at the time I had 1. And it was like I could spend more time with my grandchild at that time. And I now have the flexibility to be able to do what I want to do, schedule what I want to schedule, not be told I'm going to do this. And my intuition said it is time to go. And it was the best decision of my life. I have time to spend with my mom. I have time to spend, with my children. I can do what I want to do, not be told what to do. And I'm so much happier. I'm not overwhelmed. I'm not stressed. All of the things, my whole life has changed. And I'm so glad that I listened to my intuition, because if I didn't, I would be miserable still in something that didn't light me up and going through the motions and living in that toxic work environment that's not good for your soul or for you. And that was one of the things about work-life balance. I have it now. I make my own schedule. I do what I want to do. I say no to things that I don't want. I say yes to things that I do want. All of those things that everybody wants in their life, I have now, that I didn't have for 30 years.
Wow. And what suggestion could you're able to do that? But for some people who maybe they're not in that mindset yet and they feel like they can't just leave, what are the little steps that they could do in the meantime? I mean, first listen to their intuition. That's what I'm getting.
Right.
Because that always seems to lead correctly. But you have to know yourself. Like, is it intuition? But what
Right.
would be like for some leaders, maybe they have a big organization or they're part of something and they're not feeling it. So what would be like, what would you suggest to them?
Well, I suggest an exit plan. You get an exit plan, and that's what I did. Okay. I went back to school. I became a coach while I was still working. I figured out what I really wanted to do, and I put those actions into motion. Having that exit plan helps you, and it gives you something to look forward to. And knowing that there is light at the end of the tunnel. And I help people with that, creating that exit plan.
And that's very practical too. We talk about intuition, which is part of you don't have to be psychic or anything like that, but you're doing like a very practical thing. You prepared yourself before you went to the next step.
Use your feelings and ask yourself, if I go this way, what will it entail? If I go this way, what does it entail? What do I want? What does spirit want me to do? Where am I supposed to be? Where's my life purpose? Or what am I doing am I happy? Am I sad? Am I overwhelmed? Am I almost on burnout? You know how many people get to burnout and then they're not good for anybody or themselves. And unfortunately, that is when it's gone too far. And that's when your intuition is telling you, you can't do it anymore. You're killing yourself, right?
Right. What came to my mind? I have a sister-in-law, and my brother and my sister. They're very practical. They have to do this, this, this. They have a house, they have a mortgage, and they have 3 kids, and they have 1 to 2 jobs. And finally, I don't know if she was just using her intuition or she just came to a point where she went into interior designing in her late 30s, 40s, and she's doing very well. And with the previous job she had, she still helped out with that. Not full-time, but part-time. Sometimes she consults. So there's like so many different ways, especially somebody who worked in an organization for a long time. They can still be connected to that while they do their new ventures. So that's what came to me. Yeah.
Yeah. You always want to have that exit plan and foresight to see. You can't just jump both feet in, because it may not work out the way that you want it to. But if you have a plan and you start implementing, and that too, say that you have a plan, you have an exit plan, and you start doing the things, and then you realize, oh, this isn't really what I want to do. Well, you didn't put all your time and energy into that thing, and it turned out to not be successful. You take those baby steps. You volunteer. You volunteer, say, into that field and see if it's really what you want to do. Volunteering is one of the best ways to determine, is this really the exit plan I want or not want?
I love that whole like preparing yourself and see if you like it. Because sometimes you have the dream and then we're like, maybe I don't want it. But it made me realize I could do that. So that's pretty interesting for sure. And you know what? I have a question, and then we'll be done for the video. What about for those people who maybe haven't been successful in life? They're in their 40s and they're still struggling. So I guess it's a little different because you're dealing with people who are go-getters. They know how to create and they have been successful. And then you're dealing with people, a different variation where they really haven't had success. But now they're starting to go, okay, I could just create. Do you have any ideas or anything that comes to mind?
Yeah, so I would sit down, and you can do like different techniques. We could sit down and talk about what do you like to do? What are you envisioning in your life? What's something that really you would love to do that you just haven't had the confidence to do or try?
That's a good one.
And maybe sit down and envision where you would like to be, what you would like to do, and are you really wanting that? The whole point is to get something, you have to work for it. It just doesn't come to you. But yeah, spirit does put things in your path to move you in the direction that you need to go. They put people in your life, put training in your life, show you new things.
Like following that inkling, right?
Yes, and wanting to do it. I think that's the most important part, is once you find something you love and you want to do, you will do it and you will find a way. I think so many people are just walking through this tunnel vision and not seeing what opportunities are out there for them. And opening yourself to those opportunities and saying yes to the right opportunities for you, you can move mountains. Just like you asked me to come and do this, what a great opportunity that you've given me.
Yeah. And, I find you very inspiring because I'm the latter. I'm not the one who were able, like, I'm just still figuring out my late blah, blah, blah. So I love it that you have, we shared both aspects. So thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome, Sylvia. Thank you.